I'm a loser, I'm a winner, I'm the sad one who's to say, I'm the faster, I'm the favorite, I'm the left out, run away. It's the wrong way you think today, what a chance you did take today. It's the madness your drive creates, what a chance you did waste today.
Sunny skies and great weather finally greet us here at Pikes Peak, where the Right Lane Cup Series returns for its 8th round of the season here at this 1.1 speedway. The fans have been soaked all week, so have the drivers. We've been waiting for this rain to go away, and finally we have a clean racetrack here to get these 80 or so laps in here today. Our 42 drivers are ready and raring to go. Let's go ahead and go trackside and get you your starting lineup. Joseph Shrigley surprised us all. He was able to get a pole, another great qualifying effort out of that 63 team. Griffin Lapel McDermott will run up row 2. Charles Sanford in 3rd with Alexander Phoenix in row 4. Taylor Frey is 5th with Logan Cloud in the 6th spot. Mac Johnson, Aiden Smith, Carson Green, and a brand new team is in 9th with Luke Martin, the rookie, in the 10th position. Your points leader, Ryan Griffin, lines up in 13th position, trying to get good points here today, but Jeffrey Finguy and Alexander Phoenix are right behind him. Looking back in the latter half of the top 20, you have Derek Hamill, Lane Sanders, Nick Breeding, Rhodes Gray, Stanley Andrews, and Ben McDonald. That's back to 25th. Ryan Reed is in 28th with A.F. Walsh. Vince Freeze, your champion, is in 30th. Julio Caesars, 31st. Samuel England, 32nd. R.J. Bishop's in 34th. We have Chrome Lawson and Dunlap Pratt. Daniel Voles and Jeff James round out your field. James making his first Right Lane Cup Series start. Christian Vargas, Asher Evelyn to the rear as usual. Your DNQ list is a lot longer this week as several mid-week entries from last week have bumped up the field size, but all the fans and the drivers are ready and raring to go. We're going to get you down trackside to pit road and get that command to fire the engines and get underway.
Academy Award winner, Morgan Freeman.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
And a very, very wacky top 10 to start this race off. Of course, Joseph Shrigley, the rookie, this first-year team, a very good qualifying effort. They've been qualifying very good the last few weeks. Now gets a pole. Very big for them. Griffin Lapel McDermott trying to win 3 races, trying to become the first right lane driver to do so. Charles Sanford looking for a good run. Alexander Phoenix looking for a good run. Logan Cloud, Taylor Frey, Mac Johnson, Aiden Smith, and a new team in the 9th and 10th. The pace car is off. Shrigley and GLM will lead us down to the green flag. It is out, and we are racing here at Pikes Peak. Going through 1 and 2 for the first time. Shrigley pulls away. Sanford and GLM fighting side by side. Looking back through here, Taylor Frey shoving it 3 wide down to the inside. Mac Johnson's going to follow him. Coming back to complete lap number 1 is going to be Joseph Shrigley. The 63 TobyChristie.com Chevrolet is up front. Looking at this mad dash behind him. Aiden Smith trying to get points. We talked about this. Carson Green, new driver, had a little bit of an issue with West Falls Motorsports. The 58 team shut down. Carson Green was able to get a few dodges. A dodge from Little Falls Motorsports. Put a 67, get a Jasper Engines on the hood. They got a good qualifying effort to start out. They are running in 9th. Looking back through here. Very wild racing to start things off. 2, 3 wide looking back through the field. Look at this. You see R.J. Bishop going asunder. Shrigley's been able to get out to a half a second lead as we're on lap number 3 now. Charles Sanford is now in the 2nd position. Taylor Frey is up to 3rd. Mac Johnson trying to continue his hot streak. They stayed out last week on tire strategy at Canadian Tire, and they were able to get a top 10. I believe they got a top 10. They got a top 15 nonetheless. Very strong run for them. Johnson trying to settle in, and that is Carson Green, the rookie, going for a 5th spot. Imagine this on this team's Rebel Motorsports' first ever start. They're about to run in the 5th position. Of course, Griffin Lapel McDermott holding off on the outside. Logan Cloud goes 3 wide in the turn number 1. Going to shove his Aflac Ford right in there. Try to get around the 67 and the 22. But don't look now. Look who is coming up through the field. It is Jeffrey Finguy. Finguy is on a charge. He's trying to, better his point standing after a disastrous last couple of rounds. Ryan Griffin, your points leader in the Fago Honda, is right up here. He's right outside the top 10 now. Jeffrey Finguy scoots in, but they are 3 wide all around the 22 and the 67. Cloud could not clear. He's going to clear now. But that's going to just allow Jeffrey Finguy to get in here. Alexander Phoenix trying the outside line, but it's not working. It's going to let Ryan Griffin and DJ Curtis scoot their ways in. Curtis having a solid season. He's just outside the top 10 in points. I believe he's 10th in the points right now, trying to better get another top 10 and get a better points position. But meanwhile, up front, we have a battle for the lead. Charles Sanford to the inside of Joseph Shrigley. Shrigley's able to cut him off. Sanford is running right next to that yellow line. He's trying to get it to stick. But what a top 5 this would be. Anybody in this top 4 could win this. It would be a first-time winner. Sanford in this 19. This is the Breeding Starcom car, trying to become the 2nd breeding car to win this season. Taylor Frey trying to become the first Dodge to win in Right Lane Cup Series. Frey to the inside. Johnson trying to go with him, but Sanford throws a block. Man, what a great battle for the lead. Frey's going to get a help from Mac Johnson. Mac Johnson might try what Logan Cloud did, go 3 wide. We'll see here. Going down to turn 1. No, Johnson's going to stay with a 15. Sanford's going to have to give up some ground. This Venmo Dodge has probably been the best Dodge of the season. I believe it's running just outside the top 10 in points. They had some issues last week. I believe they had some issues last week at Canadian Tire. But Taylor Frey has really been impressing me this season. And I'm sure the Angiato camp is very proud. The bright spot of Angiato, no doubt, going for 2nd place. But all this is allowing Joseph Shrigley to pull away. We're on lap number 10. We're an 1/8 of the way through this race. Logan Cloud has broken through this bottleneck behind him. He is now in the top 10. Looking back through here, Fitzwater he is leading the charge for Fitzwater Australia Racing. He has not had the success of his teammates this year. He's trying to change that. He's up into the 6th. The 2 Finguy cars are 7th and 8th. And look who is here. It's your new race winner from last week, Luke Martin of the Red Bull Ford Fitzwater Australia Racing. They were all very ecstatic after last week. Fitzwater, he was out of the race. He came barreling into the media center, raving and ranting, talking up the praises of Luke Martin, said that he will be our future. I'm sure Fitzy's very proud of that. DJ Curtis now back to 10th, Phoenix in 11th, Carson Green to 12th, trying to get back underneath this 62. This 67 team, these Jasper engines and transmissions Dodge, they're doing really well to start this race, considering they formed this team literally on Monday. Alexander Rowe, your Rookie of the Year leader, he's now in a serious threat. Luke Martin, if Martin can build some momentum and Rowe continues to slide a little bit, he might lose his Rookie of the Year battle. Luke Evans in 14th, Ben McDonald in 15th. There's been talk about Evans maybe not returning to that 43 car next season. That car might be open. Of course, you have Ben McDonald 15th, trying to get a good run. Peter Onjak in 16th. Ryan Reed in 17th. His teammate, Julio Cesar, is in 19th or 18th. Vince Freeze, your champion from last year, he is in 19th. Lane Sanders is in the 20th position. Started on pole last week. Had a good, strong run. Both him and Freeze. Sanders came into this race. He wasn't looking forward to it, but he's going to try his best nonetheless. But look who has already scooted through the field. It's Christian Vargas. He's up to 21st. Look who scooted back into the field. It's Ryan Griffin. He was just outside the top 10 earlier. Now he is back in 22nd. And this could really change the championship complexion again. We said Griffin is not really... You know, this has been a very tight championship battle. He needs to get back up front. He's back underneath the 96 of J.D. Martin. Henry Thomas up at the 24th. Rhodes Graves in 25th. Nicky Martinez 26th after a wonderful top 10 for that team. Got a teammate, Stanley Andrews, behind him in 27th. And look at this gaggle of race cars. That is Jeff James making his first start of the year in that number 20 for Breeding Star Home Enterprises, and they are holding up the field. Jesse Turner, Samuel England, Derek Hamill. It is 3 wide all the way through. Nick Breeding is back here. I wonder what happened to him. Breeding having issues now. We see him going back to the inside of the 41. Moving right through. Here's the 05. And the 43 Spa cars back here. This is not what Spa wants to see, I'm sure. Their best car running 20th. These guys, there have been rumors about Spa might be looking to change manufacturers, seeing as Pontiac is also rumored to get several more teams next year. Spa might be on their way out to another manufacturer. You see Asher Evans stuck on the outside with A.F. Walsh. Chrome Lawson is right here, the rookie in 38th. Looking back, it's R.J. Bishop in last, but looking back through here, the top 5 has changed complexion entirely. Look who is here. It is Finn Guy and Fitzy. The 92 and the 59 right up here against the top 2. Taylor Frey is in second, trying to go for his first win of the Right Lane Cup Series. But he's got a pair of Angry Fords and a Chevrolet in front. Shrigley trying to win his first Right Lane Cup Series race, get himself, this car is 33rd in owner's points. Trying everything he can do to get going. We're seeing it right now. Shrigley is building this team into a legitimate organization. This driver has a lot of talent under his belt. But look now. Here's Taylor Frey to the inside. He's going to clear Shrigley. Is he? I don't know if he is. He's going to, I think he is. New leader here at Pikes Peak. It is Taylor Frey, but Shrigley is going to use the run off the top. This is going to bunch up the field. Fitzwater and Finn Guy are right here. Can Frey clear out of turn 4? He's going to get a nose ahead. New leader. It's going to be Taylor Frey. Gets a bonus point. Remember, it's a bonus point for leading a lap. It's 2 bonus points for leading the most. Shrigley has put up 20 laps led. So that hopefully Frey can beat that. Fitzwater, though, is following that 15 through. Finn Guy is going to throw Shrigley to the wayside. Shrigley is in a freight train on the outside line. Maybe he can squeeze in right here. Finn Guy is still there, though. But look at this. Fitzwater to the inside of Frey. Side by side down the back straightaway. This is an amazing battle. Finn Guy trying to decide which way he wants to go. Mac Johnson back into the fray. So is Luke Martin. Martin is up to 5th, the rookie. Shrigley is in trouble. You see him trying to fight Charles Sanford. GLM is here. Logan Cloud and DJ Curtis. The top 10 all within about 2 seconds of each other. Fitzwater to the lead. Lap 23. Man, Zachary Fitzwater doing that team a great service. Trying to go back-to-back for FAR, but look at Jeffrey Finn Guy. Finn Guy is up to 2nd. He wants to do everything in his power to make sure that doesn't happen. Mac Johnson powers around the outside of Luke Martin. He might take the inside here. He tries, but Martin shoves his nose of that Red Bull Ford right in there. Shrigley is dropping like a stone. He's back to 7th. He's trying to find a place in line. GLM is right on that door. Shrigley sends it right to his outside. But I think GLM is going to clear. Maybe, maybe not. But up front now, Zachary Fitzwater. He has gone away with the race lead. His lap traffic. He doesn't have to worry much about lap traffic. They're just now coming out of turn number 4, and he's coming onto the back straightaway. Pikes Peak proving to be a very eventful race yet again this year, and somebody who remembers last year's race vividly is Jeffrey Finn Guy. Remember, Finn Guy had the race in the bag, but J.D. Martin in that 96 or that 66 Revolution Racing snuck up in the last couple of laps and beat him in a photo finish. We spoke to Finn Guy about it. Finn Guy said, I'm not worried about how last year went. I'm worried about how this year went. We brought the same car from last year. We tweaked it a little bit for this year's aerodynamic changes. And he said this car is probably going to be the best car we have all year. And we're seeing it right now. He drove up into the top 5, and he's running down your race leader. It's lap 27 here at Pikes Peak. This has been the Right Lane Cup Series, race number 8 of the second season here out in Pikes Peak, Colorado. We will be right back right after these commercial messages.
Okay, now, what do you do next?
Floor it?
Yes. No, don't floor it.
Floor it?
No, don't floor it.
Okay, floor it!
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Coca-Cola.
Should probably go.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
The battle is on here at Pikes Peak. Welcome back to the Right Lane Cup Series, second season, race number 8 here at Pikes Peak International Raceway. Zachary Fitzwater and Jeffrey Finn Guy have been hounding each other for this race lead for several laps, almost 10 laps to this point. Fitzwater has pulled a little gap between himself and the 92. If you're just joining us, welcome back. As you can see, we've had a great race so far here. We're just over a third of the way through. Finn Guy now dives down to the inside. He's going to try to take the lead from Fitzwater. These two red and white Fords going at each other's throats here. Finn Guy trying to rebound after a disastrous last month or so of poor finishes and things going wrong. Fitzwater trying to join his teammates' success, and they become the third. He becomes the third Fitzwater Australia car to win. Finn Guy backs off that time, but I think Fitzy's going to let him try again. No, he slams the door on him. Fitzwater continues to lead. We'll go ahead and run through your top 10. Zachary Fitzwater is your race leader with Finn Guy second. Luke Martin, the rookie, puts himself into third, and the winner last week at Canadian Tire. Very strong run for him thus far. Mac Johnson has settled into his 4th position. A great run by this JBL Toyota. You have Alexander Phoenix fighting Taylor Frey for the 5th spot. Back behind them is DJ Curtis in the 7th spot. Curtis has had a steady rise. That Pizza Hut Pontiac doing very good thus far. Griffin Lapel McDermott is in the 8th position. He started on the outside pole and he's holding down, but he's not doing nearly as bad as the pole sitter, Charles Sanford. He was not the pole sitter. He started 3rd. It was drifted back to 9th. Vince Freeze is in 10th. There is your pole sitter, Joseph Shrigley. Shrigley got kicked to the outside. He led the first 20 laps of this event and was thrown asunder. He's just outside the top 10. Still getting a good point stay for that number 63. Carson Green making his first start is in 12th with that new team. Rebel Motorsports, the 67 Jasper Engines group, having a good run thus far. They started in 9th and they are currently in 12th. Christian Vargas has moved up to 13th after starting in 41st. Good for him. Ben McDonald is holding a strong 14th position. Luke Evans 15th. Ryan Griffin has recovered to 16th, trying to get up to 15th, trying to continue his points lead. Julio Caesar is in 17th. The Cheez-Its, number 75 Dodge. Logan Cloud was right in the top 10 earlier. He's drifted back to 18th. Alexander Rowe is in 19th. And rounding out your top 20 is this gaggle led by Lane Sanders. Look at this mess coming up through here. Ryan Reed is the biggest loser thus far. He is on the outside line as Onjack and Sanders continue to battle. And that is Jeff James making his first start. He's trying to go 3 wide on Henry Thomas. He tries. He fails. He's going to back off. How about this out of the 20 camp? You know, Jeff James making his first start. Started deep in the field. He's running respectably in the 20. I believe he's now 23rd, trying to fight that 57. But a good run for him. Looking back through here, this whole gaggle of cars really goes back to about 30th. Now it's going to back about 32nd. A lot of cars back here. We got an update about Nick Breeding over the commercial. He was not happy. This car is evil, he said over the radio. It is just not working out for him. He just cannot get the thing to rotate. And oh man, we've got pit stops. Oh my goodness, we do have green flag pit stops. Most of the field has pitted, it looks like, to have the leaders come down pit road. Shrigley's in. There's Fitzwater. I believe that means Finguy has pitted as well. Finguy trying to undercut everybody. There's Shrigley off a pit lane. Mac Johnson is there. Looking back through here, there's Jeffrey Finguy. He's getting his service wrapped up. And off he goes. If he is able to get clean racetrack here, I believe he will get the race lead. There's Charles Sanford, Griffin Lapel McDermott, Luke Martin is out, Mac Johnson, Curtis, Vargas. Vargas has jumped a lot of people. Sanford had a pitiful pit stop. You can see he is dropping a lot of spots. Trying to look through here, see if the leader's on pit road. There's a 62. There's Zachary Fitzwater. He's just finishing his pit stop. The thing about it is you don't have to take nearly as much fuel, though we have to pit again, so this one will really not matter. There's Taylor Frey coming out of pit lane. There's Luke Martin. Phoenix has jumped Fitzwater, and Jeffrey Finguy is will cycle out to be your new race leader. The perfect car Finguy claimed is just getting better. As now he's in the lead. I believe he's going to have a really good lead here. He have it over Luke Martin. Looking back through it, the scoring is still not. Ryan Reed is scored in second. I believe that's because Reed was on pit lane. Luke Martin is back almost 2.5 seconds. Christian Vargas is up to third. How about this for the Revolution Racing team? Vargas hungry, trying to get his first win of the Right Lane Cup Series. Mac Johnson fourth. DJ Curtis is in fifth. Alexander Phoenix sixth. Vince Freeze seventh. Fitzwater is eighth. Joseph Shrigley's back into the top 10, and so is Taylor Frey, who was second who was running in the top 5 a few laps ago, is now back to 10th. Looking back through here, see how things have cycled out. There was Griffin Lapel McDermott, a very bad pit stop for him. We thought Sanford's pit stop was bad. GLM was in the top 5 when he pitted and is now back to 19th. Looking back up through here, about from 4th to about 10th has grouped together, and they are all trying to run down Jeffrey Finguy. I've noticed, though, Finguy's lap times have been shrinking a little bit. He has been, Luke Martin has been running him down. He didn't that time. He lost 800ths. But Martin was slowly beginning to gain on the 92, and I think they pitted on the same lap. So Martin might have made some adjustments on his car to make him a little better. Finguy might have a longer run car. He definitely came alive during that long run. They're debating on whether or not we might have to pit again. We may not. They had to make sure that they got plenty of fuel in the cars. But for now, Finguy is holding down the lead. You see there's Aiden Smith, 41st on the grid. And there has been problems. The 67 car, Carson Green making his first start in the Right Lane Cup Series. There he is, 3 laps down and last. What had happened? The 62, they had to change a battery on the number 67 car. Oh, how horrible. They were having such a good debut. 67 minding his own business. Man, Asher Evelyn sent it in on the 67. But that is such a big shame for that number 67 team. Rebel Motorsports making their first start. Just things going wrong. And you're seeing it here. Sanford is just, he was in the top 10 as well. So was Logan Cloud. They were slowly recovering. How about Jeff James riding in the top 15, Breeding Enterprises car through and through, doing very well for himself. Looking back through it, we saw a little shuffle going through the top 5. Vince Freeze and Alexander Phoenix have come up. Truly some heavy hitters in the championship are all in the top 10. There's one notable exception, Ryan Griffin. There he is, right outside the top 10. He's going for 10th. These guys up front know Phoenix, Freeze, and Finn Guy all know they need to get as many points as they can. They need to lead lap and hope Ryan Griffin doesn't. They need to beat him by as many spots as they can, because it's never too early to stop talking about a championship. We are in race number 8, mind you. And you can build as big a buffer as you can now and not have to worry about it later. But Finn Guy is doing extremely well for himself. And he's trying to get the most lap lead bonus, which is still open. I believe I believe it still belongs to Joseph Shrigley, who led 20 laps earlier. And if that's the case, then surely Finn Guy is doing such a great job for himself. And you've seen it now. Finn Guy has started to lose a little bit of a gap, which is what worries me, because Luke Martin has ran down the 92. It was 1.3 seconds. He's gaining 2 seconds a lap. We've had trouble on the racetrack. There it is. Jeff James, it looks like he spun, and that's going to draw a caution. What a shame for Jeff James. That is a shame for them. He was running in the top 15. There's a caution out on the racetrack. Let's see if we can get a replay and see what happened to bring out this caution flag. We got a replay here. Jeff James was going down on the turn number 1, and Sanford, that's his teammate. Sanford got into his teammate, Jeff James, and spun him right around, and that drew a caution flag. What? I don't even know what that was about. I'm sure Breeding Starcom Enterprises is not happy. They're trying to figure out what happened there. Looking down, going into turn 1, Sanford came over the radio and said that the 20 squeezed him. Man, what a hit. Hard hit to the outside wall. Well, that will draw a caution flag, our first of the day here at Pikes Peak. Jeffrey Finn Guy is currently your race leader. We'll be right back right after this.
During a 500-mile race, the Texaco Haviland race team will change the tires, replace the fuel, and adjust the suspension. But there's one thing engineered to go the distance: the oil. Haviland, race-proven protection.
You spend the day going in circles. When you earn the right to do one more, that's fuel for the soul.
All of these championship-winning drivers have one thing in common: Goodyear Racing Eagles. The race-winning technology that's found in the Goodyear Racing Eagles can also be found in the world's best-selling line of high-performance street tires, Goodyear Eagle Street Radials. The champions know, and it's why we say the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
Welcome back to Pikes Peak, the Right Lane Cup Series Season number 2, race number 8. Jeffrey Finn Guy is leading. We're under our first caution of the day after some team-on-team violence between the number 20 of Jeff James and the 19 of Charles Sanford. Sanford came over the radio during that caution and apologized. He said he didn't think the 20 was going to squeeze him like he did. He sent it right in there to go under the 20, and you saw the result. The 20 car of Jeff James is currently still in the race. They were able to tape the rear end back onto the race car. But Finn Guy is we're going to restart here on lap number 58. Finn Guy is your leader with Luke Martin, Christian Vargas, Vince Freeze, and Alexander Phoenix leading us back. The pace car is off. Carson Green has got a lap back, is now back to 3 laps down. The green flag is back out. We're racing once again here at Pikes Peak. Man, look at this. Green is in the way. That's going to bring 3 wide right up here. Vargas to the inside, trying everything he can do to get to the race lead. Vargas down the back straightaway. Look at this. 3 wide. Martin in the middle. Ford Toyota. That's going to bring Alexander Phoenix into the fray. Look at this. The Pontiac. Finn Guy has been absolutely ruined on this restart. Carson Green was right in the way. Once again, Finn Guy having a restart ruined. He almost crashed last week because of Nicky Martinez making contact. And this week is almost getting ruined. He might have just lost the race. We are coming back to 20 to go. We'll see. Finn guy trying to slide in. Fitzwater jams it into the inside line. Fitzwater back to 5th. Finn guy back to 6th. He might lose 7th here to DJ Curtis. Up front, Christian Vargas leading here at Pikes Peak. He overdrove the corner. Martin trying to send it in. Here comes Alexander Phoenix in number 62. Phoenix, the McDonald's Pontiac, trying to win for MB2 Motorsports to be his first win of the season. Looking back, this would be their first win since the Daytona 500 with rookie Alexander Rowe. But now it's single file through the top 5. Finn guy back to 5th. He was able to get in between Fitzwater. Fitzwater trying to go on his rookie teammate, Luke Martin. Finn guy trying to get back through. He had to get out of the gas. Side by side for 6th back here. Vince Freeze is able to clear Curtis. Shrigley back up into the top 10. There he is in 9th. Ben McDonald into 10th. Trying to fill the outside line. Curtis trying to clear Mac Johnson on the inside. Up front, Phoenix is slowly reeling in that 00 of Christian Vargas. You see it there. 0.2 seconds behind the 00. Luke Martin has cleared the number 59 of Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater's got to deal with Fitzy now, or Jeffrey Finn guy. Finn guy cannot believe it. Carson Green got away with it. Finn guy, they asked Finn guy over the radio what was going on. Finn guy said that he got caught asleep. He didn't think the 6 would throw it 3 wide. He didn't think he'd be 3 wide in turn 1. To be honest, it was a very ballsy move, and it was a ballsy move that might have won Vargas the race. We don't know yet. 17 to go. But you're looking at it here. Alexander Phoenix is right there trying to get his first win of the season. On the back bumper of the 00. These two have had a history this year. Vargas had a very good Darlington go up in smoke. He could not get around the race leader to win that race. He remembers it this time. He's going to try to block for all it's worth. But look at Phoenix. He's peaking. He is peaking. He's half a lane lower. He's going to jam it into turn 1. Look at this Phoenix going for the race lead. Alexander Phoenix right there. He's on the quarter panel of the 00. Vargas is going to clear again. That's going to bring Luke Martin to his outside. Martin tries to get it to stick, but I think Phoenix is going to clear. No, he's not. Martin is going to stay right on his quarter panel. He's going to try to make a pass on the top. I don't think you can do that here at Pikes Peak. But Phoenix sends it in. He's going to clear into turn 1, but here comes Zachary Fitzwater, your race leader, before the pit stops ruined his lead. They overcut it a little bit by a lap or 2, and that's going to bring Fitzwater to 3rd, it looks like. Yes, it is. Fitzwater to 3rd. He's trying to get his first win of the year. Vargas continuing to lead. The laps are winding down. Vargas, Revolution Racing, that 00 camp, they are just praying nothing goes wrong. They're praying they can outrun that 62. But man, Phoenix just will not go away. Man, you saw he entered it a little higher there. He's going to try to arc the corner. It was such a good strategy. He's going to get a huge run out of the corner. Phoenix is going to probably dive bomb in a turn 1. Yes, he does. He's going to get alongside Vargas. And he's going to clear. No, he's not. Vargas powers it back on the outside, side by side for the lead. Zachary Fitzwater has every opportunity to go 3 wide into the corner. Toyota, Pontiac, Ford. Top 3 underneath a blanket here. Coming out of turn 4, Vargas trying everything he can do. He's going to power off the outside, but I think it's going to go asunder into turn 1. Phoenix drives it hard into 1. He's going to move up and clear. New leader at Pikes Peak. It's Alexander Phoenix for MB2 Motorsports. Vargas isn't done yet. He got to run out the outside line. He dives it in and Phoenix blocks. Fitzwater tried to go low. You saw him miss the corner. He drives half a lane up. He's going to try to get a run on the 00. Luke Martin waiting in the wings in the 6. 10 laps to go here at Pikes Peak. Vargas playing defensive line into turn 1. Fitzwater trying to build a run on off the banking coming off of turn number 2. The top 4 within half a second of each other. The 62, you saw the 00 draw even a little bit there. Coming around, it'll be 9 laps to go. Vargas doing everything he can do. He's trying to get back to the 62, but the 62 draws away. Coming down the back straight, we're coming back around to 8 laps to go here at Pikes Peak. It's all come down to this. Phoenix, Vargas, Fitzwater, Martin. The top 4 separated by a second. 8 laps to go. Finn Guy is under attack from Vince Freeze. Freeze trying to take the 5th spot away. Finn Guy, he lost this race, I believe, unless we get a miracle. But he's now getting passed by Vince Freeze. He's back to 6th. Curtis has moved up to 7th spot. Ben McDonald is here. Look at the 16. He is trying to get a top 10, trying to salvage anything that the Breeding Starcom team hoped to gain this week. Taylor Frey, a strong 9th. Ryan Griffin, this is not what Finn Guy, Freeze, Phoenix, or any of the points leader, any of the guys in the points wanted to see. Griffin is in the top 10 trying to win. Coming back around. They're coming back to 6 laps to go. Looking back through the field. There's Shrigley, your pole sitter. He is back to 13th. 6 laps to go at Pikes Peak. The gap has now increased to about a second between Phoenix and Vargas. Alexander Phoenix trying everything, trying anything to get away, and it's starting to succeed. 5 laps to go. The gap now 1 second between the 00 and the 62. Vargas, though, he is being hounded. Fitzwater probably has the faster race car. Remember, Fitzwater had a good long-run car earlier in this race. He's trying everything to get around this 00, but Vargas, man, that was a mean blanc going into there. Fitzwater running out of time. He's got to get around the 00, and he's got to get around him now. 4 to go. Lost 0.3 of a second that time. Phoenix starting to pull away. Alexander Phoenix, we spoke about him. He has not won since Atlanta of last season. A drought that has gone a season and a half. He is trying to end that streak. MB2 has not won since the Daytona 500 with their rookie Alexander Rowe. Henry Thomas has yet to win either. But for Alexander Phoenix, this is looking like a race for him to lose. 3 to go. 2.5 laps left down the back straightaway into turn 3. Fitzwater has got to be livid with Vargas. He probably had the speed to get up to the 62, but Vargas has been blocking for all it's worth. 2 laps to go. Alexander Phoenix, a respected driver in the garage for his talent he has had, but very often on we have noticed this season, but it has allowed him to get a legitimate championship title going, and this could really kickstart his championship hopes. White flag, 1 lap to go here at Pikes Peak. Phoenix off in the turn 1. Vargas and Fitzwater 2 seconds back. No factor. Coming down the back straightaway for the final time. I'm sure there's going to be a happy meal in victory lane for this, waiting this driver through 3, through 4. Coming out of turn 4, he's got it made. Alexander Phoenix and MB2 Motorsports will win at Pikes Peak, the 8th race of the season. Phoenix gets his 2nd career win here out in the mountains. Fitzwater got Christian Vargas at the line. He gets 2nd. Vargas will get 3rd. Martin will get 4th. Vince Freeze will get 5th. I cannot believe it. It is a Fitzwater Australia Racing top 5 lockout, but not the win. And I'm sure Fitzwater is got very conflicted feelings about that. Well, congratulations to Alexander Phoenix and MB2 Motorsports on their great win here at Darlington. An exciting race here for the 8th round of the season. The Right Lane Cup Series will return next week to Nashville, where we're at Nashville Super Speedway. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll get you results here in a second. And looking at your finishing results here, Alexander Phoenix pulled a big win here today. A great job for the number 62 team, holding on for his second career win. Zachary Fitzwater finished second. That's his best finish of the season. Christian Vargas likewise gets another top 5. Luke Martin and Vince Fries, 2 of the Fitzwater Australia cars, get a top 5. That's all 3 of the Fitzwater cars getting top 5s today. Jeffrey Finguy gets a 6th. Ben McDonald, another top 10. As for DJ Curtis, Taylor Frey holds on and gets a 9th, with Ryan Griffin, your points leader, getting a 10th place. Looking back through here, Griffin Lapel McDermott, your 2-time winner of the season, 16th. Charles Sanford, 13th, with Jesse Turner, 14th. Joseph Strigley, your pole sitter, slips back to 18th. Mac Johnson, James Ellison round out your top 20. Alexander Rowe, your Rookie of the Year points leader, is in 23rd spot, with Chrome Lawson in 24th. Nick Breeding, Lane Sanders, Luke Evans, Peter Onjack, Henry Thomas, and A.F. Walsh round out your top 30. Samuel England had a bad pit stop, put him back to 31st, as did Julio Caesar. Aiden Smith likewise had a horrible pit stop, put him to 34th. And looking in the back of the field, Carson Green 3 laps down after those issues on pit road. Thank you all so much for watching this wonderful race here at Pikes Peak. This has been the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.